Hi, everyone. Over the next 5 minutes, you're going to learn the difference between a terrific beverage cart assembler and a terrific meal packer in the airline industry. You'll learn why that difference is at the crux of a $60 billion problem in the US economy and how StellarEmploy is leveraging data to resolve that problem. StellarEmploy is a recruiting platform for enterprises that hire high volumes of hourly workers. We enable recruiters to make data-driven decisions with insights about the types of people who are most likely to excel. So, for example, if any of you had something to drink and something to eat on your flight out to San Diego today, there's a chance that the people who prepared those two goods both were hired through StellarEmploy. And if they are great employees in what they do, they actually look incredibly different from one another. Terrific beverage cart assemblers are worker bees. They get a map and they like to repeat it ad infinitum. While wonderful meal packers are actually really good at analysis. Menus change and they're constantly improving and innovating on what they do. Now, this is really important because if someone who is a terrific beverage cart assembler is hired instead as a meal packer, that person is 30% more likely to leave in their first 30 days on the job. And they'll generate an additional $2,000 to $5,000 in replacement costs while spending 12 weeks unemployed. And this is a problem overall. Businesses are spending millions of dollars hiring in this space because the 40% of Americans in hourly jobs tend to leave jobs very quickly. In fact, 1 in 5 leave their jobs within 30 days on the job. This is far too fast to be due to the type of life changes that are typically blamed for high churn in the industry. And as a reminder, these are the types of jobs that run our lives. These are companies that we come into contact with every single day. They're crucial for ongoing functioning of our economy. So with such high turnover, hiring for these jobs can be like a leaky bucket. No matter how much recruiters are hiring, they're constantly having to replace those jobs. And the fact is that recruiters have been, for hourly jobs in particular, have been systematically underserved by technology when it comes to optimizing their time. Ideally, they would be spending their time engaging with and recruiting high potential candidates. And they would be spending very little time reviewing resumes and spending an average of 5 phone calls getting in touch with sort of average candidates where they have no estimated potential. So the solution here and the opportunity here is in data. Companies are hiring hundreds of people for the exact same job every single year. And those people are leaving very quickly, which generates a ton of data and a terrific data set for us to understand the characteristics of people who excel and map them onto the underlying work demands and motivations. But you can only do that if you have a really good data set. Through working with 50,000 job seekers in the hourly job space, StellarEmploy has mapped out the fundamental foundational characteristics that appear in greater or lesser frequency across all hourly jobs. That gives us a level of precision as unique as a fingerprint, so we can make the kind of distinctions that I mentioned above. We have a 15-minute survey that replaces a resume. And job seekers are happy to do that because applying from their mobile phone, it can be quite cumbersome to upload a resume. And they schedule an interview before they even close their phone. And so they are speeding up the interview process, we are debiasing hiring, and we're eliminating large stints of unemployment through good matches. In this way, we estimate that we've generated an additional $500,000 in income for our placements. Meanwhile, employers are doubling their hiring efficiency because they're no longer reviewing resumes, and we have replaced interview scheduling, and we've automated bulk communication. Employers are also reducing early turnover by about 30% because they're hiring right. StellarEmploy has demonstrated that we work in a number of different industries, but we are particularly focused right now on 2. On fulfillment centers and distribution centers, and on call centers. We have filled thousands of jobs this year, but we estimate that our growth is going to speed up through two really key corporate partnerships right now that we're extremely excited about. And this is our wonderful team. I know I'm out of time. Thank you so much.